doctor. It's just my regular doctor. This is actually my newest doctor, and he does all kinds of holistic stuff too. So I want to see what he has interesting to do. I want to go get a facelift, but I keep saying that, but I don't have the money for it because you got to pay for it. So I think it's a bad thing if I went on GoFundMe to go fund my facelift. You know, people are there because their house burned down or something bad happened, and I'm like, I'm ugly, give me a facelift. But I hate my jawline. I hate this. I hate my jowls. And I just want them off. Just lop them off. Oh my God. My hair gets stuck in this thing. Anyway, so I'm headed up. But I wanted to tell you about something because I keep using, every time I go to lie down to go to sleep, I've been using the Regression meditation. And wow, look at the blue on my fingers. That's weird. My phone's being weird, and I'm filming on my phone. But I'm using the meditation for the past life regression, and I had kind of a little breakthrough the other day because I really haven't done past life where I come out and I'm I keep looking for it to be I'm out of body, and maybe it'll never be like that. I don't know what it feels like to do a past life regression, really. Do you know what I mean? I hope this video looks better than it's looking to me right now, because it's looking pretty crazy. But anyway, so I'm doing this regression thing, but I don't know if regression is going to also feel out of body experience. So I haven't gone out of body doing this, nor have I felt anything like that, but I did come to a point where it was so what I have gotten was a void thing happen. So what happens is when you start trying to go back, it brings up these crazy memories of your childhood, which is cool in itself, because you don't really have them. When I think of something a memory that happened, I can pull from it, right? Oh, I went to Bermuda with Jeff a couple times. I can pull that out of my head. I can pull that card, if you will, out of my head and say, okay, and I can picture the beach. It's cool that you go back and you see things that you've forgotten about your bedroom when you were 10, or about your backyard, the mimosa tree in the backyard. It comes back to me. Our horrible porch our parents put in, and they never got a smooth coat on it, so it stuck up like knives, and you cut your knees, and just different things that happen when you're young come back to you. But then you're supposed to keep going back and back and back. And so what was strange about this one was, I'm going to have to put a filter on this to lighten this up. It just looks awful. As I was doing all that, it was back when you're a baby, back when you're an infant, and back and back and back and back. I felt this void happen, and when I say it's a void, it was I was surrounded. I don't know if this was the womb or if this was the time before the womb. I guess there was a part somewhere in there where it was dark and it was void of noise. It was the only noise you could hear was almost, I want to say plumbing, trickles and tickles and little things. And I was oh, but I was aware of it. So my mind, I'm saying, is this the womb? Is this me in the womb? Or is this me out of body? I had no sense of self, of being contained, okay? being contained. I don't know how else to put it. Of being held. Okay, so like when you have a sense of self, right? Even when you can float or fly, there's a sense of gravity. There was no sense of gravity. It was just like, and there was no sense of even floating. It was just like everything around me kind of disappeared. So once I came out of this, and I did not go any further back, although there were noises, like strange noises, tickling and trickling, far away, muffled, almost more like vibrations than noises, okay? But during that time, I felt like I was aware that I was that, but I was also aware of me still, like in the bed, like not like out of body, because when you're out of body, I might look and see my hand, but I can't really feel it, you know, that feelings are kind of numbed out. Well, this was different, like I wasn't out of body, I was just somewhere else, and it was dark, and it was warm, and it was like, or not, I shouldn't say it was warm, that's the wrong thing. I was comfortable. There was no pain. There was no feeling, really. It was just like kind of being void of feeling, or void of gravity, or void of anything. Like it was so completely void that I almost felt like I was falling, like falling through air, but it wasn't whisking by me. It was just like this falling. I can't even describe it. And I let that go on for a while, waiting to see if something else would come through, you know, in like past life. And it didn't, unfortunately. But I thought it was really interesting. The void. Listen, I'm trying hard to get a past life regression here. I am not successful. But what I thought was interesting was how once I like brought myself out of it, I was like sitting there thinking, like, was that the womb? Is that what it felt like when I was first conceived? Like before feeling, really, because there was no real feeling. It was just like I knew I existed and nothing more. And that knowledge was so, it wasn't based on hearing, smelling, feeling, seeing. It was based on just the knowledge that there was an I. I know that's not an I, a me. It was so crazy. So I wish, if you've done any past life regressions, let me know if you hit that area, that time frame. Like it's like you're going backwards and backwards through your life, and all these flashes of memories come to you. But then this happened, and I want to know if it happened to somebody else. Did it pass that? Like, did you find a way to get beyond that feeling? At any rate, yeah, I thought that was quite interesting, and I don't know where to put it in my book of brain knowledge. Like where was I? So if you've ever done past life regression, or if anybody's done past life regression and has gotten to that point where like it's like infancy. Maybe I was just in like a crib or something, but there was none of that. There was none of that. Or maybe it was just before I had an understanding of that. But honestly, it just felt like nothing. Like nothing. But I was okay. Like I wasn't scared. There was no fear. There was just the thought that I existed in some weird primal way. If you know what I was going through, just put it down below so I can figure it out, all right? And I'm going to keep trying to do this. I also have a couple videos coming up for you guys, so you will see. But regular videos. But this is what I've been doing lately. So I love you. Bye.